have studied the meaning of congruence and two criteria for proving that two triangles are congruent or not. We have studied SSS criterion of congruence and SAS criterion of congruence. These two criteria you have studied. Now in this class we will study two more congruence criteria. The first one is ASA criterion of congruence. ASA criterion of congruence. ASA means angle, side, angle. Criterion of congruence. That is the first criterion we are studying today. So what is meant by angle, side, angle congruence? Let us consider two triangles ABC and PQR. In triangle ABC and PQR, suppose it is given that angle A is equal to angle P, angle B is equal to angle Q, and AB is equal to PQ. These three information are given. Angle A is equal to angle P, angle B is equal to angle Q, and AB is equal to PQ. In this three set of information are given, three pairs of values are given, two pairs of corresponding angles and one pair of corresponding sides which are the included sides between the given corresponding angles. So if these three pairs of information are given, then we can say that the given triangles are congruent by ASA criterion of congruence. So here we can write angle A is equal to angle P, angle B is equal to angle Q, and side AB is equal to side PQ. Here we can write triangle ABC is congruent to triangle PQR by ASA congruence criteria. Now this criteria says that two pairs of corresponding angles and one pair of included side are equal, then the triangles are congruent. Now if in case two pairs of corresponding angles are given and any one side is pair of corresponding sides are given equal, then also we can apply this criteria by bringing it into the format two angles and included side, because if two angles are given, we can easily find out the third angle of a triangle. Suppose angle A and angle P are given equal, angle B and angle Q are given equal, and BC and QR are given equal. Then it is not providing that two angles and included side. It is giving only two angles and any of the pairs of corresponding sides. But then we can find out the third angle C, and then we can bring to this criteria. If angle A is equal to angle P and angle B is equal to angle Q, definitely angle C will be equal to angle R, and BC and QR are given. Then we can use this criteria by finding out the value of C and R. Now another criterion of congruence, RHS congruence criterion. RHS congruence criterion is for right angle triangles only. RHS means right angle, hypotenuse, side. So RHS criterion of congruence is used for two right angle triangles to decide that whether they are congruent or not. Let us consider two right angle triangles. In two right angle triangles ABC and PQR, we know that angle B and angle Q are right angle. And by this criteria, it says that if in these two right angle triangles, if their hypotenuse and any of the corresponding sides, any one pair then we can say that these two triangles are congruent by RHS congruence criteria. For example, it must be given that AC is equal to PR because AC and PR are the hypotenuse, and suppose BC and QR are also equal. Then right angles are already equal and hypotenuse are equal, and one pair of opposite sides, one pair of corresponding sides are equal. That means in this case we can apply this congruence criteria, like RHS congruence criteria or right angle hypotenuse side congruence criteria. So here we can write AC angle B is equal to angle Q is equal to 90 degree. Then AC is equal to PR. BC is equal to QR. Hence, we can write triangle ABC is equal to, is congruent to triangle PQR. Now, exercise 12.2, question number 5. Two triangles are given, triangle ABC and triangle BAD. Some of the parts are given equal. Now, first of all, we have to write down the equal. In the first question, it is given that we have to write down the equal parts. Pair of equal parts we have to write. So, which are the equal parts? In triangle ABC, it is given angle BAC is 30 degree. Angle BAC is equal to triangle BAD. Angle ABD is given 30 degree. So we can write angle BAC is equal to angle ABD, both 30 degree each. It is given. So these are the first pair of equal parts. Now, it is given that one angle DAC is 45 degree. So in triangle BAD, angle BAD is the sum of these two angles. So, and in triangle ABC, angle ABC is the sum of these two angles. Hence, angle ABC is equal to 30 plus 45, 75 degree, and angle BAD is also equal to 75 degree. That means angle ABC is equal to angle BAD. So first pair of equal parts are angle BAC and ABD, these two angles, and second pair of equal parts are angle ABC, this angle, and angle BAD, this angle. These two pairs of angles. Now one more pair are equal, that is the side AB. Side AB is common to both the triangles. Therefore, AB is equal to AB, common. So the first question is over. We have a pair of equal parts. Now, is triangle ABC congruent to triangle BAD? We have learned three criteria now so far. We have studied SSS, we have studied SAS, and also ASA. Already we have studied the four criteria of congruence. We have also studied RHS. So let us see which criteria is applied here. Here it is given, consider one triangle, triangle ABC. We have taken angle BAC, then angle ABC and side AB. Angle, side angle. In the other triangle BAD, also we have taken angle ABD, angle BAD and the side AB. Therefore, we can apply the congruence criterion ASA over here. Therefore, we can write second question we can answer. Triangle ABC is congruent to triangle BAD by ASA congruence criterion. Now, it is also asked that is BC equal to AD? BC and AD are not given equal. We have to prove that whether they are equal or not. We know that in the last video also we have seen corresponding parts of congruent triangles are equal. So we can write BC and AD are equal. BC and AD are also corresponding parts of these two congruent triangles. Therefore, we can write third one, BC is equal to AD. The reason is corresponding parts of congruent triangles. We can write it in short as CP, CT. Hence, we have proved that two triangles are congruent and also two given sides are equal. Now, see question number 9. A triangle PQR is divided into two triangles. It is given that PS is perpendicular to QR or angle PSQ is equal to angle PSR is equal to 90 degree. It is given. We have to prove that triangle PQS is congruent to triangle PRS, and also we have to see whether S is the midpoint of side QR. So here consider the triangle PQS and PRS. PQ and PR are the hypotenuse. We know that hypotenuse is the side opposite to the right angle. So PQ is the hypotenuse of triangle PQS and PR is the hypotenuse of triangle PRS. So PQ and PR are equal. That means they are 3 centimeters each. They are equal, and PS is a common side. And also these are right angle triangles. Therefore, what is RHS criterion of congruence? If in two right angle triangles, one side and hypotenuse are equal to the corresponding side and hypotenuse of the other triangle, then we can say that those two right angle triangles are congruent. So here we can write, first of all we have to write the pairs of equal parts. So in the first question we have pairs of equal parts. That means angle PSQ is equal to angle PSR is equal to 90 degree. Then PQ is equal to PR. It is given 3 centimeters each. PS is equal to PS. PS is equal to PS. Common. So we have done the pairs of equal parts. Now we have all the information. Two right angle triangle, hypotenuse and one side are equal to the corresponding side and the hypotenuse of the other right angle triangle. That means these two right angle triangles are congruent by the RHS congruence criterion. So we can write the second answer. We can write triangle PQS is congruent to triangle PRS. The reason is RHS congruence criterion. It is asked the reason why they are congruent. That means this is the reason, right angle, hypotenuse side, RHS congruence criterion. Now the third question is S the midpoint of QR? We know that in congruent triangles, corresponding parts are equal. Corresponding parts of congruent triangles are equal. That means QS and RS are equal. QS is equal to RS. Reason CP, CT, corresponding parts of congruent triangles. So we can say that QS is equal to RS means S is the midpoint of QR. Directly we can write it. Therefore, S is the midpoint of QR.